Hi beautiful souls, welcome to my channel Elle's Temple. My name is Elle, I am a goddess guide and intuitive tarot reader, and today I am so excited to be bringing you a very special Wheel of the Year reading all about what blessings are ready for you to harvest this Lammas or Lunasa. And we're going to be taking a look at blessings across your whole life. So we'll be taking a look at the area of career and finances, relationships, and also spiritual and personal development. So in case you are new to the Wheel of the Year, this is just a pagan system that essentially acknowledges and honors the seasonal shifts throughout the year. There's 8 main Sabbats or 8 main festivals that are essentially evenly demarcated across the year, so they're roughly every about 6 weeks. So Lammas happens at the midpoint between the summer solstice and the autumn equinox. And it's essentially a time of celebration. It's a time of honoring the first harvest of the grain. So it's one of the 3 harvest festivals that happen sort of in the lead up to, during, and at the end of autumn. So we're still at the kind of end point of summer. There's still a little bit of light, not a little bit of light, there's still a lot of light, there's still a lot of heat, there's a lot of summer energy that you can draw on. It happens during the season of Leo. So it's a good time to kind of think back to those intentions that you set at the beginning of the year, those New Year's intentions or the dreams that you had for this year. It's a wonderful time to kind of acknowledge what work and effort and energy you've already put into those dreams or those intentions, to acknowledge the blessings that have come through that the earth has provided for you or supplied for you. So it's a good time to really take stock and kind of give thanks, be grateful, be in the energy of gratitude and the energy of acknowledging the blessings you've already had, and then also maybe taking a look at what is still growing, what maybe still needs to grow. We're not quite at the point of harvesting all the fruits and vegetables. That kind of happens in the next festival during autumn. So it's kind of, there's still enough light and enough warmth and enough energy coming from the earth to grow anything that needs to be grown. But it is a good time to look at all the blessings that are ready to be harvested at the moment. So that's what we're going to be doing in this reading. If you are in the Southern Hemisphere, I'll be doing a separate reading for you on Imbolc, which is celebrated at the same time, the 2nd of August. So that'll come out in the next day. So keep an eye out for that. If you are drawn to this reading at another time of the year, do not worry. Just trust that if your intuition has guided you to this reading, the messages themselves are timeless. It's just that I am filming this at during the energy of Lammas. Whew, sorry, my words are a little bit I keep skipping over my words a lot today, but I've already tried to refilm this before, so we're just going to go with it. Apologies if I muck up a little bit. Okay, so without further ado, to introduce the 3 piles, if you are drawn to Goddess Yamaya, Mother of All with Divine Care, card number 4, you will be pile number 1. Okay, and the timestamp for your reading will be in the description box below. If you are drawn to Weaver of the Web of Life with Cooperation, card number 8, you will be pile number 2. And if you are drawn to card number 28, A Moonlit Dance with Feminine Energy, you will be pile number 3. Okay, my love, so pause the video if you need a little bit more time to choose which pile is drawing you in. If you are drawn to more than one pile, just trust that there may be messages across the piles that you need to draw on to create your reading. It may be that there's messages related to, say, your career and finances in one pile, and then in relation to your personal spiritual development from a different pile. So if you're really split between 2, that could be why. Okay, my loves, I will see you in your readings. Hi there, pile number 1. If you chose Yamaya, Mother of All, for your reading on what blessings are ready for you to harvest, this is going to be your reading. So with this card, Yamaya, Mother of All, I feel like maybe for some of you, you are a mother yourself, or you just have very maternal energy. I'm definitely getting very strong Cancer vibes. So you could be Cancer or even Pisces, or some kind of water sign, or have water really strong in your chart. So you could be Cancer Sun or Cancer Moon, something like that. But yeah, I'm just getting this very nurturing energy, this very motherly or maternal energy coming from you. Like you have a lot of care to give. You tend to give a lot of energy into everything you do and to other people. And this really stands you in very good stead. I feel like this is something that's coming through that is a blessing in your life. And this energy is going to be something that is going to allow you to have many blessings that are going to be ready for you to harvest. So let's have a look at all the specific areas of your life. So we're going to start off with career and finances, and then we will move on to relationships and personal development after that. So in career and finances, we've got rest and rejuvenation first up with card number 19. We have got Eros, which is related to the heart chakra. We've got clarity, card number 1. We have got expectation. Beautiful. I love this card. Okay. We've got 3 of Pentacles, and the Goddess card we got is actually a chakra card for this particular deck, which is card number 7. So it's related to your crown chakra, and the energy is that of the spirit guide and higher realms. Okay, so 1 second, I'll pause and make sure everything's in the shot. Okay, part number 1. Wow, the energy that is coming through for you is amazing. I feel like maybe for some of you, particularly if you are a mother, if you have children, or you're in some kind of care profession, I feel like maybe the energy that you've previously been in or that you're in right now is one of like rest and rejuvenation. Maybe you've had to take some time out from work or something like that. You could be on school holidays at the moment. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, it could be summer holidays. So you're just taking time out to rest, to really rejuvenate your energy, to reconnect with what you love with that Eros card there in the heart chakra. It's like you're taking some time to like reassess, to get your energy back and like rejuvenate by doing things that you love again, possibly creative things, possibly like something spiritual it could be as well. Maybe some of you with the spirit guide and this the eye here on the clarity card, you might be doing, and also with this person meditating, you might be doing a lot of like meditations or like even tarot readings or like doing things, divination tools or something like that, like doing things to try and get clarity, to try and get clear, to clear your mind, to like connect with your guides, to connect with your higher self and kind of work out like, okay, where do I want to go next? What is going to bring me the most joy? What do I really, really love to do? Like, what do I want to plug my efforts into? With that 3 of Pentacles, I feel like you're sort of going through a bit of a reassessment of like what you want to plant and then essentially tend to over a long period of time, because Pentacles energy is about, well, first of all, it's related to work and finances, so it's a very appropriate card to get for this, but it's earth energy is slow moving energy. It's something that like requires a lot of like diligence and commitment and like that sort of methodical energy. So it's like you are reassessing, you're taking a bit of time out, you're doing a bit of meditation, maybe you're connecting with your third eye chakra or your crown chakra or with your higher self in order to like really drill down and get clear on what do I love to do and what do I want to invest my time and effort and energy into? Like, where do I want to plant something and really see it grow? Like, what do I want to it's like, it's kind of almost like you're getting to a point, I feel like, of like thinking about like, what kind of legacy do I want to leave? Like, what do I really want to be recognized for? Like, what do I want to be? It's not like status in terms of like in I don't feel like it's coming from an ego place. It's just kind of like that energy of like, yeah, what do I want to be recognized for doing? Or like, where are my skills best suited? Or what do I most enjoy doing that I want to actually put my efforts into growing, that I want to, because this person's like standing beside a garden here. It's like she's planted something, she's planted this hedge or something, and it's like, how is this going to make me money? Or like, how am I going to grow this? How can I be recognized here? And it's normally a card of like, in the traditional Rider-Waite, it shows like other people kind of standing around and watching this person kind of do his work, his really good work, you know, and being like, hey, he's doing a great job. Look at pile 1, you know. But in this case, there's no other people around. There's just a single figure. There's just you. And so I feel like in this case, it's like you're really going within, you're taking the time to like go within and work out on your own what is going to bring you the most joy. Like what, like really thinking about like, what do I love to do? Like independent of anyone else or what everyone else is telling me or what the like status quo is or like what my parents have told me or what society says or anything. You know, I feel like you're thinking about things not from like a mainstream point of view. It's like actually what is best for me, like what is best to what is going to be the best thing that I want to like actually plant and grow. I feel like you're going through a new cycle here because we've got card number 19 here, which in numerology 1 and 9 adds up to 10, which is the completion of a cycle. So you're taking time out to like rest and rejuvenate your energy after closing out some kind of cycle. So maybe some of you have left a job or you're just going through the ending of some kind of cycle. Like maybe you've sort of withdrawn your energy from that thing, or you're just not really enamored with it anymore. You're a bit disillusioned with it, or you're not really in love with it, or you're a path that you thought would work for you. You're a bit confused because you're like, that's not really what I want to invest my energy in anymore. It's not really what I want to grow. You know, it's not like the garden that I want to plant and then actually put all that effort into like growing. So I feel like you've maybe had to take a bit of time out, take some stock, reset your energy, get your energy back, like really get some more vitality back, get some time out to like rejuvenate and really feel into your heart space and feel what is going to bring me the most joy. And also create this like expectation for yourself, like kind of this person's like looking towards the sun. It's like, what is going to, first of all, like, how can I shine my light the most? And like, also what is going to bring me like the most kind of warmth or like the most, yeah, I guess it's like kind of, I'm hearing like basking in the glow of like a job well done. And I think that comes back to that 3 of Pentacles of like, you know, that having that sort of status or that like recognition, right? Having that success or like being acknowledged for like, hey, Pawan, like, you know, you did an amazing job. Your gifts are incredible. Maybe for some of you, this could be doing something related to, you could have like, a lot of gifts related to like your third eye. So you could be clairvoyant with that eye there. You could be, you know, you could do divination or something like that. You could be very connected to spirituality or crystals or something. So this field of work or this path that you're feeling called towards could be something along those lines. That may not be for all of you. It may just be saying that there's a spirit guide that's really supporting you. There's you know, you've got ancestors or guides in the higher realms that are really guiding you to get clarity on what it is that you really, really love to do. And really with that expectation, I'm kind of getting this energy of like, you'll be able to reap whatever you expect. So if you have high expectations for yourself, and if you expect something to go the best, then it will. It's kind of like whatever it's like the power of expectation. Or I'm kind of getting that like someone maybe studying like the law of assumption or something, and like being in that energy of like that powerful energy of like really good expectation, like just having really strong expectations for yourself, really like being in that law of assumption energy of like, yep, whatever I put my efforts into, whatever I plant and like, you know, sort of tend to essentially like methodically, like, you know, put those steps towards it, that is going to be something that I'm going to be able to like reap, and I'm going to be able to be recognized for. I'm going to be able to like receive that warmth. Like that's going to be something where you can like really shine your light. Yeah, I feel like that there's, because we've got these two suns here. The spirit guide, it looks like she's holding a sun. It's like giving me solar plexus chakra energy, and then this figure is standing in front of this beautiful bright sun. So there's something around you. The blessing that you're going to have is you really being able to come out into the light and shine your light a lot more. And I feel like you're being very supported by the spirit realm to be able to do this. You've got very strong guides who are guiding you and giving you the clarity that you need. And we've got the number 1 here, which is like a new cycle. So you've closed out this old cycle with this rest and rejuvenation. You've taken time out to take stock. You've worked out, you've done the meditation and the assessment to get clarity, to get clear on what it is that you really love, what it is that you really want to plug your energy into. Maybe for some of you, you've already planted this, like this is something you've been doing over a period of time and you've been gradually tending to it and it's starting to grow with that power of expectation. The seeds that you've sown, they've started to actually grow, and you're being very, very supported here to be able to come out into the light, to be able to shine your light, to be able to, kind of essentially like be recognized for your gifts in some way. So that is really beautiful energy. I feel like that's all the messages for your career. Let's move on to your relationships, pile number 1. Okay, so we have got emotional response, which is the sacral chakra. We've got communication, card number 2. Whoopsie. Oh, that one wanted to come out next. Okay, 8 of Pentacles. We've got the garden and the gate, card number 30. We've got healer with loving connection, card number 4. And we've got balance. Beautiful. So let me just make sure these are all in the shot. I think that is okay. So pile number 1, in relation to your relationships, I feel like one blessing that is going to happen is some sort of emotional fulfillment to the point that your cup just overfloweth. It's like, this could be if you're already in a relationship, if you're already in a romantic relationship or something. It's like there's just so much beautiful like sharing of emotions that or so much kind of love energy that it's just overflowing, because I'm just seeing all this like orange energy kind of flowing out over this cup. So there could be a lot of like, kind of emotional times, but I feel that that's in a good way. Like I don't feel like this is emotional like purging so much, although it could be, but I think it's more like positive emotions, like a positive outflow of emotions. So maybe some of you are having some kind of healing in terms of like your emotional self. You're healing like how you're communicating. You're healing your style of communication, like particularly being able to like connect with your emotions and then be able to communicate them a lot better. You're becoming more balanced. You're becoming more balanced with your like feminine and your masculine sides, your like yin and yang, or your like expressive feeling sides, and your like more active doing sides. Like you're kind of finding more of a sweet spot so that you're able to like be very responsive to both yourself and the people around you, whether that's like within a romantic relationship or whether that's within like family. Because I'm just generally looking at relationships here. You can take it to mean about a romantic relationship, but if that's not something that interests you or that's not something that you're in, you can take it to mean in terms of all your other kinds of relationships. So generally speaking, there's going to be a healing, I feel like, with that healer card and the communication around how you communicate your emotions or how you tap into your feeling self and then communicate how you're feeling with people around you, and you're becoming a lot more balanced in how you do that. With this garden and the gate, I feel like this could be for those of you who are single. In particular, I'm getting maybe some of you might have felt a little bit shy to kind of go out and meet someone, because this can be a card of speaking of staying in your comfort zone, like staying at home. You can see she's got hopefully you can see in the card she's got the key to the house around her neck, and she's just staying inside her garden, and she's like, oh, I wonder what it'll be like out in the world. Like, what would it be like if I went traveling, or what would it be like if I sort of went out with these people or something like that. But it's like kind of staying close to home. So one of the blessings that might be happening through this period for you is having the courage to kind of like go outside of your home and like think outside the box a little bit, or like get out of your comfort zone a little bit, try something new, maybe go dating, maybe try dating someone outside of like who you would normally go for. Like maybe you normally go for just people from your hometown, but like maybe there's someone that you're interested in or that you match with or something who's like from out of town, right? And it's like it requires you to maybe have to travel to meet them or something along those lines. And like you typically wouldn't have done that, but you know, this person, you know, it ends up being a very loving connection, as we can see on this card here next to it. We've got healer and loving connection. So I feel like if you are single and you end up meeting someone new through this period, this connection is going to be very loving. It's going to be very healing as well. I feel like it's going to be very healing to both your sacral chakra, which actually governs like relationships and like sex and sexuality and passion and like creative drive and like that creative spark. And also your heart chakra, which also governs like, you know, unconditional love, you know, emotional, like your feeling self, your ability to like give and receive love, all of that kind of thing, community, all of that. So I feel like, you know, these are very appropriate chakras to be highlighted here that might be going through a bit of a healing at this time. This might allow you to receive the blessings that you are owed, essentially. But I do feel like with both the Garden and the Gate and Eight of Pentacles, there's going to be a little bit of work required on your part, possibly both to heal these things, but possibly just in order to kind of create more balance in this area. So this could look like maybe for some of you, you might have been putting too much energy and effort into, say, your work or something like that, and not as much into like your the relationships, your close relationships, whether that's like, you know, a committed partner, whether that's like just going dating if you're single, whether that's even, you know, with your friends or something like that. It's like there's Eight of Pentacles energy is about like putting those steps in to like master something. It's about like really working hard to get to a point where you become very, very skillful at something. And it's next to communication as well. So there's maybe some work around communicating, how you communicate, your communication style. So I'm just seeing maybe for some of you, if you are in a committed partnership, there might be a little bit of work. Or this could be saying actually the work that you've been doing on your communication style or on how you respond emotionally to things, like to triggers or something. That could be something that, you know, is going to pay off. You're going to have a lot more balance in that area. You're going to feel a lot more emotionally balanced. You're going to feel a lot more balanced in regard to how you communicate. It's going to improve all the relationships around you. You're going to have a lot more of a loving connection. It's like this healer energy is this is from the Goddess Spirit Oracle deck. But it's one of the chakra cards, but it is like a goddess energy. It's like a goddess of the heart chakra who's like overseeing this process for you. So there's take it as it resonates. For some of you, it might be a little bit of work around like coming out of your comfort zone, you know, coming out into like society a little bit more, or into like, you know, doing some work to like take some steps towards people, or, you know, kind of shaking this up a little bit, you know, socializing, maybe reaching out to someone, maybe if there's someone that you have felt interested in, but you've been too shy to kind of like reach out to. It's like, okay, now's the time to like, you know, put that effort into communicating with them, like take those steps towards actually like creating a bit of a balanced connection. Because I kind of see the energy I'm picking up on is like someone who may be expecting, and I don't feel like you're doing this maliciously or intentionally, by the way, but I'm just kind of getting an energy of like you haven't been putting your energy into this relationship or into a loving connection that you do want, but it's like it's been a bit imbalanced because maybe you've been a bit scared of it, because with this card it can speak of like fears of like, you know, what will happen if I go out in the world and then get really hurt or get rejected or people don't like me or something like that. So maybe there's been some fears. So maybe some heart chakra healing or something could be highlighted there. But on the whole, I do feel like the blessing that's coming is like you're going to be going through this this beautiful period of like filling your own cup up, like really showing yourself a lot of love. And then from that place of a full cup, you're then able to like spill that energy out and create more balance in your life so that you can give and receive equally, so that you can like also reach out to people, or also give them, also communicate with them, or also like, be a little bit more reciprocal so that the energy is a little bit more balanced. That's kind of what I'm getting for you, pile number 1. Okay, so let's have a look finally at your personal and spiritual development to finish up with. So we have got inner truth with the throat chakra. Beautiful. We have got card number 7 with passion. Love to see it. Whoops. This one always wants to come out next. 7 of Wands from the tarot. We've got the Temple Path. We have got Danu, Goddess Danu, with spiritual learning and ascension. And we've got clarity. Beautiful. Yes. Is that in the shot? Let me just move this up a little bit. Here we go. Okay, so part number 1, personal and spiritual development. So I feel like you are going through a period of ascension right now with Goddess Danu and spiritual learning and ascension, or you've been going through a lot of growth, a lot of learning. Maybe you've been learning a lot about spiritual things, or about, as we spoke of with the first card, with the career card, we had the crystals on the 3 of Pentacles. So, you might have been doing a lot of learning about things like crystals or tarot or astrology, or, connecting with your guides, opening up your third eye chakra, receiving a lot of divine wisdom. But what's growing for you, or the blessings that are coming in, is you being able to more confidently stand in your truth, to be able to be confident, to like know who you are, know what your own truth is, and be able to like express that, or like shine that out into the world. Because this is a throat chakra card. So I feel like the blessing that's coming is like a more open and clear throat chakra, where you're able to just express yourself clearly. You're able to express your needs clearly. You're able to express your authenticity. You're able to like essentially just like put whatever work you want to put out in the world, you're able to put it out, and people can like recognize you for your truth. It's like you're going to be it's coming back to that first part of your reading, actually. So this personal and spiritual development is very tied in with your career. So maybe you very much do some kind of work in this sort of field. And actually, funnily enough, we've got the clarity card again, because we had clarity for the first part of your reading as well. So we've got clarity twice. We had it there with the third eye, and then we've got it again. And it's funny, in this particular card, we've got this like ivy and like a moss kind of over her mouth. So I definitely feel like throat chakra healing is something that is happening for you at the moment, so that you can speak your truth, so that you can be very clear on what you want to do, on what your path is, which I feel like with the temple path is something most likely spiritual, is something most likely along the lines of being some kind of guide, or being some kind of healer, or being some kind of like spiritual leader, or someone who holds space for other people. Because the temple path can be, you create that sort of like temple space where people can come to you to receive wisdom or healing or something along those lines. So, it could even be being like a counselor or something along those lines. But I feel like you're very, whatever work it is that you do, you're very intuitive, and you're very connected to the spirit realm, or to your guides. But it may be that you have not been really clear. You haven't had a lot of clarity around exactly how you want to express these gifts. Or you felt very blocked in expressing them. This could be from past life trauma, where you've had persecution for expressing your truth. That can often happen with a lot of like spiritual leaders, or especially healers, you know, I'm thinking kind of like the witch hunts and things like that. So some of you may have had a past life as a witch or something along those lines, where you were very persecuted, or, you know, there was some kind of block around being able to speak your truth, or being able to like walk the temple path or something along those lines. So there may well be some kind of clearing, some kind of throat chakra clearing or healing that you're in the process of doing, or that may need to happen in order for you to more powerfully step into this. But I do feel like this is something that you are meant to shine your light in. These things that you are passionate about are not random. Like, you are drawn to them for a reason. If you love whatever it might be, whether it's tarot, whether it's astrology, whether it's some kind of healing, whether it's, you know, any kind of divination tool, or any kind of like healing modality, or any kind of spiritual topic, if you are passionate about it and you like learning about it and, you know, finding out everything you can about it, then there's a reason that you do. Like, these things are not random. Like, you are not just drawn to these things. I'm just hearing like, follow your bliss, right? It's like, that is that passion energy of like, follow your bliss. And we've got the number 7, and 7 is a very spiritual number. Again, it's connected with the crown chakra, which you had for the part of your reading on career. We had number 7, the spirit guide. So yeah, I feel that you're being very guided. You know what your passions are. You have a lot of, I feel like you are very passionate about things related to kind of spirituality. We've got the symbol of Leo here, the sign of Leo here. So Leo is all about, you know, stepping into your confidence, like having really strong, bold, confident energy, being able to shine your light, being able to like lead if you have to, you know, being able to, you know, it doesn't have to be like, it's not kind of like showing off or anything. It's just like being able to be in a crowd, or like kind of like stand up in front of people, or like express your truth. You know, it's kind of that bold energy. It's that fierce energy. You know, if you think of Leo, the lion, you know, it's that, you know, the lion is the king of the animal kingdom, right? You know, so it's kind of like you are leveling up is what I'm getting. Like, you're going through an ascension and leveling up, and like unblocking your throat chakra so that you can walk this path, so that you can speak your truth. And with the 7 of Wands, I feel like you are being protected. I feel like this card is linked with this spirit guide who is like watching over you, or like guiding you as you're going through this ascension process. This card, normally 7 of Wands can sometimes show like, you know, a lot of like energy coming at someone, but in this case we've got these like light, it's like it doesn't feel like a fight. Like, this person is armored up, but it's like there's light all around kind of protecting them, and also a lot of lavender, which is really beautiful because that's very like soothing and healing and really lovely. It's like you're armored up, but like the energy around you is not really aggressive. It's not like armored up in a kind of nasty way or anything. Like, it's like you give off this very like protected energy. Like, I feel like one of the things that's happening at the moment as you step into your truth, and as you step onto this temple path and speak your truth, is like you are being protected, you are being guided, you are protected by like your family of light, or by spirit, or your spirit guides, or the goddess, or whatever it is that you connect with. Like, you're being, or the angels, you know, you're very, very protected as you step onto your platform. So yeah, it's interesting. She's stepping onto this like platform of wood. So that could be, you know, you could be starting your own platform. So you could be writing a blog, writing a book, you know, creating like a YouTube channel, or some other form of online work where you're on a platform, you're shining your light, you're sharing your truth on some kind of platform or something. So wow, that is a really amazing energy. I think just if you're ever feeling like scared to speak up, and I feel like this is old. These blocks with the moth, it's like, you know, I'm getting this like moths are like, you know, it's like old energy. It's like something that's like, actually this block is like papery dry, and it will just dissolve and tumble away. Like, you don't have to be held back by that anymore, essentially. So yeah, I feel that maybe for some of you, you've felt possibly a bit of like defensiveness around going down this path. Maybe some of you have been criticized by other people, or like people think you're a bit weird for what you like, or for like wanting to follow this type of work. It's not really the mainstream yet, like it's certainly becoming more and more so, but it's still not like fully the mainstream to be like, oh yeah, I like channel stuff or I love tarot, or I love astrology, or I do energy healing, or chakra work, or it's some kind of alternative modality or something. Like it's not necessarily super mainstream, so you might have had to like defend yourself against possibly family members. You might have had to like guard against your truth a little bit, like kind of like sort of block your own throat chakra around certain people because you haven't felt comfortable or confident, maybe like being able to like be fully yourself or express that. But I feel like one of the blessings that is coming is that you're going to be able to more powerfully step into your truth and just be yourself, and like you are already protected by spirit to go down this path and to speak your truth, so you can really let go of that block, is what I'm getting. Okay, I feel like that is all the messages I have for you. I'm going to finish up with a daily ritual card just to see what ritual you might be able to tap into as you go through these blessings. Oh my gosh, I love this. So we've got kindness. I love and respect my body. I take this time to honor it. Beautiful. Yeah, and we've got two figures kind of reaching out here. So I feel like connecting with friends at this time is going to be a powerful ritual. Tapping into kindness for yourself. We've got your Maya, mother of all and divine care. So showing yourself the care that you want to receive from others, or the care that you would normally give to others, showing that to yourself, giving yourself and your body, especially, a lot of kindness is going to be very helpful for you at this time so that you can unlock these blessings. Okay, my lovely pole ones, I feel like that's all the messages I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment below if this resonated. I would love to hear from you. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the reading. It helps tell me what content you're enjoying at the moment. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I next upload a reading. Thank you so much for being here. All the best with your Lammas season, and I will see you in the next reading. All my love. Bye. Hi there, part 2. If you chose the Weaver of the Web of Life with cooperation, this will be your reading on what blessings are ready for you to harvest this Lammas. So straight off the bat, pile number 2, I am getting the energy that you guys are very creative souls. I feel like you have a lot of interests. You might see yourself as like multi-passionate. You might be like an entrepreneur or very entrepreneurially minded, or just have a lot of like different ideas of things that you'd like to create, and you're in the process of kind of like weaving those together. I feel like also you have an energy of someone who loves to like collaborate with people, or you get a lot of different ideas by like collaborating and working with others, and you like to like tie in ideas and strands of different pieces of work or something that other people do. So I'm kind of getting the vibe of someone who's maybe like an artist or something, and you kind of like weave lots of different artist work or something into the type of art that you do. Or you're just someone who in your work you very much like to work in cooperation with people, like in collaboration with people. You're not someone who is really like competitive and like it's all about me and I've got to like succeed at the expense of others. It's like, no, you like working kind of in harmony with people and like being able to figure out like fun ways of like collaborating, or like tying in different ideas and seeing how they like lots of different ideas from different places can all like come together to create something even better. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from you. So let's have a look, pal, too, at what is going on for your career, what blessings are coming in for your career and finances at the moment. So we have got Queen of Pentacles. Love to see this. Good energy straight off the bat. We've got, for your chakra card, we've got Release, which is related to the heart chakra with the green there. Okay, we've got Deceit, card number 25, and I know that is a bit of an alarming card, so I picked a couple of extra tarot to clarify this, and we got Tradition with Juno, and Queen of Staves, which is Queen of Wands. So I will explain this in just a moment. And then we've got card number 20 with Success. Beautiful. And see that? Yep. And we've got Rhiannon with card number 40, the Muse, Creative Inspiration. Okay. Alrighty. So pile number 2. I feel like possibly what might be going on for you at the moment is that you might be in the process of releasing either a job or a person, an energy from your life that just does not serve you, that has been like possibly like, I don't necessarily think like full-blown lying to you or anything or manipulating you, but I just feel like that it's just not in your best interest. It's just maybe not aligned. It's not allowing you to be truly who you are. It's like not allowing you to be like, you can see with this release card, this figure is just like, you know, sort of hands open, you know, it's like really just like this energy of total freedom to kind of just be you. And I feel like there's been something that you've been doing, some kind of commitment that you've made, whether this is in a relationship or to a job. I feel like it's more possibly related to a job because we're talking here in the context of career and finances. So you've made some kind of commitment with Juno. Juno is a goddess that presides over an energy of commitment. It's an archetype related to commitment. So what are you committed to? And I feel like it's something with tradition here, or this card is the Hierophant in traditional tarot. So some kind of traditional system. So maybe you have gone down a very traditional career route, or you've gone down a job path, some sort of career path or work that has been very expected of you. You've been very committed to something that is a more traditional type of work or more traditional career path or something. And what I'm hearing is like the deceit is almost like happening from within. It's almost like you've been lying to yourself, right? Like, or you've been tricking yourself because really you want to be free of this. Like really you want to be in this release energy of like, just like I want to be free to be myself. And I feel like you are a little bit torn. You've maybe been a little bit torn between this energy, the Queen of Pentacles, which is an energy of like, you know, putting that work in and sort of, you know, conserving your money and really growing your resources, growing your finances, you know, getting to a position of stability and security and like being able to take care of yourself and being able to take care of others and like, you know, being able to celebrate a lot of abundance and all of that kind of thing, which is important. We're not saying here like, you know, like, oh, just throw the Queen of Pentacles away. No. It's just that has been an energy you've maybe been focused on. But we've got the release card here next to the Queen of Pentacles. And then over here, the other card that I got is the Queen of Staves, which is the Queen of Wands. So I feel like you've maybe had this conflict between doing a more traditional career path for money, maybe, let's just say, and your creative pursuits that you really want to pursue, that you're really in love with, that would bring you the kind of freedom that you really want. Because we've also got Rhiannon here with the Muse and creative inspiration. And I spoke about you at the beginning with the weaver of the web of life, how I get this very creative energy of you sort of weaving lots of ideas together. And I feel like the blessing that's coming is that you are going to be successful in this once you release this traditional path or this commitment that you've made to something that like is not fulfilling you and it's not giving you the creative stimulation that you really need. It's not something that you can plug your creative energy into. It doesn't give you the freedom that you need. It's like, you know, the key to your success is your creativity. And so if you've been in a traditional path that hasn't been allowing you to use that creativity with freedom to be able to like unleash it and just release that creative inspiration, it's like that's actually going to like, yes, it may bring you a certain level of security and stability, but it's not going to bring you all the success that you could possibly have that is actually available to you. So I feel like there's something around, needing to possibly release. And it's funny, on this deceit card, actually, he's got money coming, like coins coming out of his hand. So I feel like that's very much like saying release some kind of job it's like just deceiving you. There's a self-deceit going on there, or like there's something where it seems like it's going to bring you a lot of success or something, or maybe this person or this job or career is promised a lot of success, but actually when you break it down, it's like, what is actually more important to you? Like if you have a lot of creative dreams and you are very connected with the muse, which I feel like you have a lot of like creative visions. You have a lot of ideas of ways of working that are a little bit different from a traditional path that's perhaps more like linear or more competitive. And again, this isn't to say that there's anything wrong with that type of thing. That could be fine for someone who like that is exactly what they want, and they're just very they're just very like in that energy of being very sort of like cutthroat and competitive, or very linear, or they just want a more traditional path and that's all they want. But I don't feel like that is you, pile 2. I feel like if you resonate with this reading, if you drew this pile, if you resonate with that weaver of the web of life, like you are meant to weave. You are meant to weave all your gifts together. You are meant to weave all your ideas together. You are meant to tap into the muse. You are meant to use your creative inspiration. You are meant to be in this Queen of Wands energy. And it doesn't mean that you can't do both. Like maybe there's a case of doing both for a while until you can do this full time or something. But it's like you do need to perhaps release something that's been holding you back from really going after your creative dreams, is kind of what I'm getting. And the blessing that's coming is that you will absolutely be successful in this once you like go for it with abandon and like really plug all your energy, all that creative energy into this, and like let go of this whole, in fact, you know what, I'm gonna take them right off the table and just put the Queen of Staves right there, Queen of Wands. So like, yeah, I think you are this Queen of Wands. You have a lot of passionate energy. You have a lot of ideas. And actually I just realized I picked one of these what is this deck called? I've gone blank. I've picked one of these cards for pile 1, and I didn't for you guys pile 2. So this is the Sacred Earth Oracle deck. So I'm going to get one card for you because I feel like this card. Woo! Okay, it fell on the floor. Here we go. Discernment. Interesting. I'm just being drawn to the fact that there's a heart around her throat chakra, which is like the throat chakra is linked to self-expression and creative self-expression, and it like expressing yourself from your heart. So I feel like part of this discernment is discerning the right work for yourself that is going to like be able to express who you truly are, where you can just be like have this freedom to like, yeah, just be your true self essentially, and be able to express, yeah, your the truth of who you really are, and express your heart's work, express your creative essence. Is kind of what I'm getting from that card. So beautiful energy. Okay, so let's move on to your relationships. Okay. So here we go. So relationships, part 2. So we've got Buddha with the this is the crown chakra. We have got card number 35 with focus. Interesting. We've got card number 29 with the world. Ooh, we've got fortune with Lakshmi. We've got Kuan Yin, Goddess Kuan Yin, love, compassion, unity, card number 14. And 1 second. Okay, I just wanted to make sure everything was in shot. And last but not least, we've got dependability. Oh, this is such a beautiful card. Love this card. Okay, so pile number 2, the blessings that are coming for you in terms of relationships. I feel like there is going to be a lot of love in your life if you don't already have it. There is some kind of union here with love, compassion, unity. And then we've got fortune with Lakshmi, and we've got these 2 figures on the back of this bird flying somewhere. So I feel like this person could be someone that you might do a lot of travel with. This could be someone that, with that Buddha there, and the kind of the lotus, and we've also got an Asian goddess here with Kuan Yin, and the lotus flowers on her hair as well. So this could be somewhere in Asia that you maybe meet or you travel with this person. Maybe if you're already with them, this could be somewhere that you met them possibly, or you have some connection with like Asian culture or something like that. Kuan Yin is a Buddhist goddess, so we've got Buddha and a Buddhist goddess. So maybe your person is into like Buddhism in some way, or you meet them doing some kind of like, say, a Buddhist retreat that's very specific, so that could literally be just for one of you. I'm getting with the world and Lakshmi with fortune and the sort of traveling on the bird here as a couple. This could be very much someone that you will do a lot of travel with, or again, you may meet them whilst traveling or whilst exploring the world in some way. Also, actually, funnily enough, I've just noticed the symbol for the Sagittarius, and Sagittarians are all about travel, and like expansion and exploration and discovery and going to new places and the excitement of new things and all of that energy. So that could be very much part of your connection, or that could be very much an energy that you're opening up to, a blessing that you're opening up to, is like kind of expanding your focus, like being a little bit more open-minded, or like being a little bit more curious to try different things, or to go to different places, or to travel the world a little bit more, or something along those lines. But I feel like whatever this connection is, if this is a new connection or if this is one you're already in, either way, this connection is going to be characterized by a lot of dependability. So I feel like it will be very long term. I feel like it will be a very committed union. I feel like you will really be able to depend on this person. They'll be very reliable, very loyal. This might be someone, I'm just hearing it might be someone you marry or something like that. I feel like they'll be very focused on you. And it's like you both, with that card, and the two of you are like sort of facing in the same direction. It's like you both have your sights set on the same thing. Like you both want to travel in the same direction, or you both have the same values, the same goals, the same things that you want to pursue, the same things you want to go towards. I think the connection is going to bring you a lot of fortune as well. So it may be something that like possibly you end up working together, or this connection helps your it could help your, for the case of those of you that resonated with being very creative and wanting to kind of pursue your creative pursuits, this connection could be something that helps you focus on those and gives you the right support, and like, because you can really depend on this person, right? They are like that. What is that? Oh my gosh, this is going way back now. It's a song by who is that woman in the 80s, and it's like Wind Beneath My Wings by, oh my gosh, I can't even remember her name now. You can comment below if you know, but it's the point is that like, it's like they are the wind beneath your wings. Like you are able to kind of soar because this person is so solid and reliable, and you're able to like focus on your creative pursuits. I feel like it will also be a very spiritual connection, or you may have known each other from a past life with that crown chakra there in the Buddha. I'm also getting very peaceful vibes. So I feel like this person is very like grounded, or like very peaceful, very serene, very like, they may meditate, or just be someone who's very like, very like sure of themselves, very, very serene, very grounded and serene. But the connection essentially is characterized by this beautiful love and compassion, and mutual support for each other. Oh, this is so sweet. I wasn't expecting to get this through actually, because this is quite a specific reading. So this might just be for a few of you in terms of like if you're single and you're attracting someone new. But if you are already in a relationship, then there's going to be a strengthening of that relationship. Maybe there's going to be one of the blessings that's coming in is you're going to be focusing more on the relationship, or like I'm seeing this eye in the corner of this hand. So like maybe it's like someone is going to be keeping more of an eye on you, like in a good way, like someone's going to be a little bit more focused on you. So maybe you've been hoping that your partner would like kind of be like sort of see you a bit more, like focus on you a bit more, or spend more like romantic attention on you. That's something that's going to increase. There's going to be an increase in like love and connection between the two of you. The connection is going to be a lot more peaceful with that Buddha there. Maybe for some of you, you're going to make plans to like go traveling. This person's going to start putting more focus on like putting those plans in place of like, hey, like where should we go? Like maybe some of you've got married or something, but you still haven't gone on honeymoon yet, or like you've been together for a while, but you've never traveled together or something. And I feel like this person is going to start like putting more focus on like where you can maybe go in the world. Where you can travel, with the couple there kind of traveling on the bird. It's like there's a lot around like expanding and expanding together, and like going after like sort of these shared goals and putting focus into things that you both want to grow, and the connection being very dependable and reliable. So if you have had maybe you've been with someone, but it's been a little bit, maybe they've been really busy with work or something, or it hasn't felt very reliable, or they've been blowing a little bit hot and cold or something like that. I feel like one of the blessings that is coming is there's going to be an increase in dependability. You're going to see them becoming a lot more reliable, a lot more like focused on the relationship. And there's going to be a lot more unity between the two of you. So that's what I see in terms of relationships. And let's finish up with what is coming in for your personal and spiritual development. Okay, so we have got an instinct with the third eye chakra. We have got card number 22 with wisdom and bay leaf. Card number 1 with the sun. Judgment with Guinevere, which is the awakening card. We've got Selene with abundance and romance, got a Selene, and we have got time. Beautiful. Okay, so pile number 2. What I see in terms of the blessings coming for you for your personal and spiritual development. Actually, I'm going to move time to go with instinct here. There we go. Okay, so I feel like how you are developing is essentially gaining confidence in coming out into the world and sharing your light and shining your true self, because we've got the sun here, which is this energy of like, shining your light, being comfortable being in the limelight, being comfortable sharing your gifts. This person's got all these different, like there's a book, there's a trumpet here, there's a baby here, and actually I'm just seeing more lotus flowers. There's a lot of lotus flowers in your reading, so you might live somewhere where there's a lot of like lotus flowers or something, well, that might be a sign for you in some way. But I feel like you have a lot of creative gifts, or a lot of ways that you can share your energy with the world. I'm just noticing she's holding a record. So maybe some of you are singers, you're wanting to like record some music or something. Or some of you are writers, you're wanting to write a book, or maybe all of those things. You're writers, musicians, singers, you're a mother, or you want to be a mother or a father, or you might have a connection with animals. You might have a connection with with the bird there, being able to receive messages from the other worlds, from beyond the veil. I don't know what this little thing is. I have no idea what that is. Maybe it's a fish. It might be a fish. So yeah, fish is like, and also she's sitting in a water bowl. So that's kind of giving me like Pisces energy, which is very creative energy. It's very like connected with the watery realm. It's connected with the realm of intuition. It's ruled by Neptune, which governs like creativity and inspiration and the muse. And we had that for your, where was the muse card? We had the muse for, there it is, with Rhiannon, for your career and finances. So I feel like what's happening for you personally in your own development is like having the confidence with Leo, the sign of Leo here, and the sun, to like share your wisdom, to share your gifts, to share your skills in some way, shape, or form, whatever that is for you, whether it's through music, whether it's through writing, whether it's through poetry, whether it's through acting. And I feel like for some of you with that, because we had Weaver of the Web of Life, you may have many, many different gifts that you've brought into this lifetime, or many different gifts that you have. And it's about like working out how you're going to weave all of them together. For some of you that could be, I'm definitely picking up a writer vibe, because we've got with this wisdom card, there's a book here, and then there's also a book here. So for some of you that could be writing a book, or for some of you, it could be creating something completely different, some kind of artwork that weaves lots of different things together, or it could be finding some kind of like career path that allows you to weave lots of your different creative skills together. But it's generally something, the development that you're going through, or the blessing that you're going through, is having the confidence to come out into the limelight, having the confidence to put your work out in the world, having the confidence to show yourself, to like share yourself, to like share the creative inspirations that you've been having, essentially. And with inner instinct and time, I feel like we've got this little baby here again, which I feel like actually for you is not so much a physical baby, although it may be, some of you may well be giving birth to a physical baby, but I feel like for more of you, this is creative babies, right? This is metaphorical. It's like you've got many creative babies within you. You're very like creatively fertile. You have a lot of ideas of things you want to grow. And it's like you just need to put the time in. And that's one of the things that is going to be developing for you, is having the time. Maybe something's going to be freed up for you where maybe for some of you, you've left that job, right? You've maybe walked away from a traditional work path or a traditional job, and now you've got lots of time that you can devote to growing your creative work and like listening and honoring your inner instincts as to like when the timing of something is kind of ready. And also like as well honoring when it's not quite time to tell people about stuff yet. Like if you've got certain creative ideas, it's that whole thing of like, if you're pregnant, you're generally advised not to kind of like share the information until a little bit further down the line, until you know for sure that like, it's in its, I think it's like, I don't know, I haven't had a baby myself, so I'm not sure, but it's like after your first trimester or something. But you get what I mean. The point is that like there's a period where you can see like her hands are kind of over this little like sun. So it's like it needs to be shielded. The little conception, the conception of the creative baby, whether it's a book or a song or whatever, it needs to be shielded and kind of like just honored and held for a period of time. And then you'll have the instinct, like you'll be able to trust your inner self, your inner instinct when it's time to like come out of the sort of incubation phase and bring it into the light, do the sort of yang thing of like putting that work out there. I feel like you're getting a better handle on, or like you have the wisdom to know when something is going to be ready to kind of put out. With Selene and abundance and romance, I feel like you are going to be going through this very abundant time in your life in all regards, like in your romantic relationships, in your creative pursuits, in your career, it's like everything, like we've got this full moon here. It's like you're coming to this peak of your life, which is very timely for this time of year if you're in the northern hemisphere and you're watching it around the time of Lammas, because we are at this sort of culmination point of summer. We are at that point of like any kind of seeds of creative ideas that you sowed back in like the beginning of the year, or over the winter or whatever. It's like now with the natural energy of like the season, it's the time when things are grown to their fullest, when like any plants that you planted, it's like they're going to be bearing fruit now. So any creative ideas that you had, it's like there's a certain amount of time before it's going to start like being ready to harvest, before it's going to start bearing fruit that you can actually like live from, before it's going to start creating a lot of abundance that you can really use. With this Judgment card here, I feel like you have been going through a bit of a period of just generally kind of awakening to your strengths and your skills and your own light and your own power and your own strength and confidence, and like I'm hearing like taking up space. Like it's a very like personal awakening. It's not a kind of general spiritual awakening. Maybe some of you already had one of those years ago, or this isn't really about that. It's more about like a very personal awakening. It's like awakening to the sun of yourself. It's awakening to the fullness of yourself. It's awakening to your power. It's awakening to your creative expression. It's awakening to the muse. And like really, in fact, I've just noticed these two cards are quite similar energy. They're both very silvery and they've both got full moons. So maybe some of you could be night owls. You could work a lot at night or have a lot of creative ideas at night, or you could maybe try doing some full moon rituals to start like harvesting ideas. Like maybe do something with bay leaf. I feel like bay leaf is a very magical plant. So, if you're into all that kind of thing, you could do some kind of ritual around the full moon, writing on a bay leaf what sort of abundance, you're wanting to manifest in your life. But I feel like you're going through this very like romantic time. I'm also getting like maybe some of you are going to write like a romance novel or something, that like a book that has a lot of like very beautiful romantic energy in it, or could be a love story or something along those lines that is quite specific. That might just be for one person, but that's just what came through. But I do feel like, yeah, you're going through some kind of awakening. I'm noticing she's wearing a green dress, which is linked with the heart chakra. So it's like awakening to like doing something that you love to do. It's like what makes you want to get out of bed in the morning, and like, what sort of energy do you want to be able to like swim in every day that you would absolutely love? And we've got this like green cup here and then this green dress here. So very like heart chakra energy. It's like the awakening is very specific to you and what's personal to you and what you love and what you most want to do in the world, I feel like. So yeah, I feel like that is all the messages that I have for you, pile number 2. I'm just noticing the owl here and wisdom. So yeah, I feel like you have a lot of inner wisdom that you can share in some way, in a very creative way, that you're meant to like birth into this world. Yeah, this wisdom is something that like you're really meant to shine. You're really meant to shine that light. You're really meant to share that. It's really like something that needs to come out in some kind of creative form, whether it's, a book, a play, a film, a song, a platform, whatever it might be. It's definitely something that it's time. I'm just hearing like it's time to share your gifts now. It's time to like step into the limelight. It's time to share that wisdom that you have. So, wow, really powerful reading. That is so beautiful. So let's finish up with a daily ritual card for you. Woo! Oh my goodness. We have got joyfulness, card number 19. Today I bask in the energy of joy. And we've got this woman worshipping a sun, and we have the sun here. These two cards are really similar. I love this. So yeah, sun energy. And this is perfect because we are in Lammas, and this is all about like, you know, making the most of the last of summer and like basking in the final days of the heat and the light and the warmth and the energy that is there in the natural world for you to kind of really harness and like, you know, step into that confident Leo energy, step into that joyful energy, think about what brings you joy. Sorry, pile two, I just had a little frog on my throat. So yeah, basking in the energy of joy, thinking about what brings you joy, and really like basking in the energy is going to be what is going to bring you the abundance that you are seeking and the blessings that are owed to you. Okay, my lovely pile twos, that is all the messages that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment below. I always love to hear from you. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the reading. It helps tell me what content is resonating for you guys at the moment. Hit the subscribe button if you are not already part of the community, and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I next upload a reading. Thank you so much for being here and letting me read for you today. All the best, and I will see you in the next reading. All my love. Bye. Hi there, pile number 3. If you chose the card number 28, a moonlit dance with feminine energy, this will be your reading on what blessings are you ready to harvest this Lammas. Okay. So right off the bat, pile number 3, I get the energy that I get the vibe that you are someone who is very in your feminine energy. So you're in a very beautiful yin energy. You're in an energy where you're able to like receive from the universe. So this is a very good energy to be in, to be able to receive your blessings. I feel like you're very connected with like your feminine side. You don't necessarily have to identify as a woman, but however you identify, this isn't about gender, it's about the energy. You're very in that like feminine yin receptive energy. You're able to like celebrate your joy. You feel very comfortable in your own skin. You feel very comfortable with your sensuality. You feel comfortable with like, you know, just being able to like, if you wanted to just dance outside or like do a full moon ritual or something, you would be able to do that. It's like, yeah, very kind of free energy, very feminine energy, very go with the flow energy. So yeah, that's very beautiful energy. So let's have a look, pile number 3, at first of all at career and finances to start off with. So we have got, to begin with, we've got self-assurance with the sacral chakra. We've got trust, card number 21. We've got angel of balance, card number 48. We also had, you got 2 energy cards, don't tell the other piles. You got card number 13 with financial constraints, which, let's try that again. Card number 13 with financial constraints, which came out in the reverse. Sorry, pile 3. This is, I've been channeling for a while, so my words might come out a little bit mixed up. And we've got 3 of cups. Beautiful. Celebrating that. Love to see it. We've got ready but waiting. Just move this little sun. Put that under here. And the shot, just ready but waiting. And finally, we've got Arian Hot with intention setting and destiny. Beautiful. Okay, so let's see. Pile number 3. I get the energy that in terms of your career and finances, there is something that you are destined to do and something that you have maybe set intentions to do, or you have a dream to do. And I feel like your guides are kind of saying you are ready, but you're holding back for some reason. It's like everything around you is kind of ready and waiting for you, but you're kind of like still kind of holding yourself back a little bit. It's like with this figure, she's holding the dove, but it's like, and it's like, that's you and you're like ready to fly, but you're kind of maybe just held back a little bit. And I feel like it's linked with self-confidence. With that self-assurance card, it's like you can see this person, she's got hair in front of one of her eyes and she's got a veil over her head and it's kind of shrouding a lot of her face. And it's like she does have all this like beautiful creative energy to share, because this is linked with the sacral chakra, which is about creativity. And it's like she's got all this creative energy to share and all these beautiful ideas, or this beautiful expression to share, but she's just a little bit like not quite self-assured. And I'm just feeling guided to actually read the passage from the book specifically for this particular card. So give me a moment. I will just find it. Here it is. Okay. Self-assurance is a quality which we work really hard to gain, and that can be taken from us with little effort, particularly when we willingly allow others to damage our sense of worth and self-esteem. Self-assurance is based on the belief that we value ourselves and are willing to allow others to have their opinions that differ from ours, yet still stand strong on what we believe to be our truth. Self-assurance is something that you usually don't lack, but you have allowed someone to undermine your sense of trust. Trust. Oh my gosh. Yes, this is making sense why they wanted me to say this particular message. So yeah, there's something around your trust being undermined here. So, and this is extended to the trust that you once had in yourself. This person does not deserve to have so much power. Initially, you were tricked into allowing this person to make decisions for you, and now you don't know how to stop it. Try harder. You can regain your power in this situation, and when you do, you will have to make a commitment to yourself to not allow this to occur again. This is just the first test. The others won't be so difficult if you conquer this one. Wow. Yeah, so I feel that there has been maybe someone in your life, whether this was in a romantic relationship or in a family dynamic or a teacher even, or someone in your childhood that undermined your sense of self-esteem or your sense of self-trust. It made it very difficult to find that self-confidence, to like go after the goals that you set for yourself, the intentions that you set for yourself. And I feel like you very much are actually ready to do what you want to do. You are ready to like live out your destiny, or like, live out the goals that you want to have for yourself, but you've just been held back. You've been waiting. You've been like not quite trusting yourself, like doubting yourself or questioning yourself, or not being really sure, like, am I good enough? Is this good enough to really share with anyone yet? Or should I really go down this path? Like, it's like I'm just getting someone kind of going around in circles, like questioning and questioning and questioning. So yeah, I do feel like maybe I'm kind of getting a vibe. I'm noticing Scorpio, the symbol for Scorpio here. So yeah, there might well have been some kind of very emotionally deep connection that you went through that sort of took you into, like, I'm kind of getting that vibe of like sort of Hecate energy, going into the underworld, like having to like go through some darkness to like, because Scorpio is that energy of like, emotional depth. That's like really going into the deep to like, kind of almost excavate something. And so I feel like, yeah, you did have to go through quite a lot of darkness. You have been through something very difficult, and that has kind of undermined your sense of trust, or it's made it very difficult to like trust yourself. So that could have been something along the lines of like gaslighting, or some kind of verbal or emotional abuse or something like that. And I'm so sorry if that is something that you have been through. But let's look at this side of the reading, because I feel like these are the blessings that are going to come about once you are able to master this self-trust and regain your self-assurance and not let anyone else take your power in that way. I feel like things are going to balance out for you again. It's like the angel of karma is going to come in and balance things out in your life. So if you have been struggling with like finances, if you've had financial constraints, which would make sense if you've had issues around self-worth and self-esteem, that would very much make sense, because you may not have been able to go after the goals that you've set for yourself. You may not have been able to like really pursue things that you've wanted to pursue, or go after opportunities. So you've been holding yourself back, kind of hiding in the shadows, really shrouding yourself. But I feel like there's going to be this rebalancing that's going to happen, where like the law of karma kind of thing is going to kick in. And like, as you step into your self-worth and start to trust yourself more and start to go after opportunities, start to go after opportunities and start to go after the intentions, like putting things in place for the intentions that you've set for yourself, this financial constraint that you might have been looking at, it's going to reverse. Like that period of like things being very difficult and strained and not being able to, you know, really like go after what you're worth and like pursue, you know, healthy career opportunities and financial opportunities, that's going to fall away. Like you are going to be able to balance out your finances a lot better. You're going to be able to just have a lot more balance in your life. Like the karmic scales are going to tip, so to speak. So anything that you've sort of lost as a result of going through that difficulty, it's going to be like balanced out. And with the Three of Cups here, you're going to go into a period of being able to celebrate. I feel like you're going to be able to connect with other like-minded people. You're going to be able to socialize a lot more, go out and have fun, really celebrate successes, celebrate your life, you know, feel celebrated by others for the things that you're doing. So there's a very celebratory energy that's going to be coming to you once you've been able to like balance these things out and start to trust yourself a little bit more and regain your self-worth and self-confidence. So very, very beautiful energy. I feel like, yeah, you're going to be moving out of a period of like waiting for something to just happen and like kind of holding yourself back and like maybe procrastinating, self-sabotaging, just never going after opportunities. It's like you're going to stop doing that. The blessing that's coming is that you're going to be able to start actually taking action on those dreams, on those intentions that you've set, on that destiny that is waiting for you. You are going to be able to like essentially fly. I feel like you're not going to kind of be like holding your wings back. So let's have a look at your relationships next. That's all the messages I have in relation to your career. So relationship wise, we have got, let's see, we've got clarity, which is the throat chakra. We've got card number 18 with stimulation, chili. We've got Angel of Love, card number 49, and we got another energy card. Again, we got Attachment, card number 5, which came out in reverse. We have got Justice. I'm just going to move these over a wee bit. Okay. We've got Seer with Vision and Intuition, which is the third eye chakra. So, what is that? Okay. And we have got Motion. Woo. Okay, so in the area of relationships, let's see. I feel like pile number 2. Again, I feel like there's a kind of rebalancing out that's going to happen for you in terms of relationships. So because with your previous pile, you had this difficult situation with that self-assurance, whether that was a romantic relationship or a family dynamic, it may well have affected romantic relationships or dating or being able to go after any kind of like love relationships that are healthy. So I feel like one thing that is happening is, again, another like karmic rebalancing, another like there's going to be karmic justice that's going to be brought to bear on whatever that situation was. So if you were in some kind of abusive relationship in the past, it's like you're going to get a lot of clarity on why that happened. You're going to have a lot of like intuition and wisdom come through on like why you needed to go through those certain experiences. And I feel like they happened in order to stimulate a kind of like essentially that self-assurance that you need to create for yourself. It's like you had to go through the lack of that and the experience of having that sort of like giving your power away, so to speak. And I'm not saying that in like, oh, pile 3, why did you do that? Why did you just give your power away? No, like I have been through, you know, full disclosure, I've been through an abusive relationship in the past, so I totally get how it happens, you know, how you can be manipulated into things and how unwittingly you can kind of give your power away, how you can end up allowing someone to kind of control you or to erode your self-trust, to erode your self-confidence and erode your self-esteem. But I feel like a lot of that happened to like wake you up, to open your eyes to like the truth of who you are, to stimulate a sort of spiritual awakening. so that you could be so much more like intuitive and discerning and really like know yourself, and so that you wouldn't get attached to the wrong kind of people. Because you can see here in this attachment card, hopefully if the camera will focus, she's tied by this like chain to a wooden post, and she's holding a mask up, which is like being tied to something that's really controlling, or being attached to someone or something that's really controlling, and where you have to wear this like false mask in order to like survive around them kind of thing. Like I'm just kind of seeing someone having to like walk on eggshells around someone or something like that. So I feel like those kind of attachments, or that attachment, if it was one specific one, it's falling away. Like you're walking away from that type of connection. You're walking away from that sort of codependency, or that kind of controlling type of dynamic, or something where like someone just allows you to, or someone erodes your self-trust, erodes your like your sanity. So maybe again, some of you might have gone through some kind of like gaslighting or something like that. And I'm so sorry if you went through that. I do understand how difficult that is. But I feel like with this motion card, moving and getting into any kind of like things like dancing, and again we had a moonlit dance for you with feminine energy, so connecting to your feminine energy, dancing, movement, motion, swimming, things that allow energy to move. So like getting any blocked energy around whatever that like situation was, any trauma that may be still held in the body. So somatic therapy, some kind of somatic therapy, doing yoga, that will help that energy to kind of shift out. That will help any stuck energy that's been in your energy field to like release and move out. And so that you can then connect with this energy, this beautiful angel of love energy. And I do feel like this is saying that if you have been through something difficult, and you were unable to you had your self-trust eroded, or you had your self-esteem eroded, it's like you're going to have this beautiful loving connection that is going to come in. The scales of justice are going to rebalance. You are going to have the love that is meant for you, but there is just a period of, like it said in the book, it's like you've had to go through a bit of a test. You've had to kind of have that like wake up call, that stimulation to kind of like reconnect you with your true self, because this is connected with the throat chakra here, this clarity card. Being able to see yourself clearly, being able to trust yourself, being able to trust your own wisdom, your own intuition, so that you would never get into that type of like attachment again, that type of sort of like codependent or controlling relationship. And you'd be able to be in a connection that is just loving, that is equal. It's like far more like reciprocal, far more balanced. And I feel like that is something that is coming towards you as a result of the healing that you have gone through, and as a result of walking away from any kind of attachment that was like toxic in that way. To see if there's any other messages that are coming through. I feel like that might be all. But yeah, I'm just being drawn again back to this clarity card. So throat chakra healing may be very helpful for you. And yeah, like being able to, I think again with the motion as well, it's funny, she's holding some kind of blue fabric here. And like I said, blue is connected with the throat chakra, which is all about expressing your authentic truth. So it's like allowing your truth to be expressed through some kind of motion. So doing something like dance therapy could be really useful, art therapy, moving the energy about and then expressing it in some way, so you can sort of purge out or clear any negative energy that is holding you back from like the clarity and truth of who you really are. That's what I am getting through. With the stimulation and card number 18, I'm also getting 1 and 8 add up to 9, and 9 in numerology can often be a card of like independence and community, and like it makes me kind of think of like the 9 of cups, and like finding your happiness not just through a romantic relationship, not just through that type of attachment, but like from other sources, like kind of filling your own cup through self-love, through love with friends, love with family, love with, or, you know, soul family, love with community, love from a pet, you know, like it's like the 9 other cups before the 10 of cups comes in, which is like this sort of happy family card, right? It's like being able to essentially like find your independence, find your emotional fulfillment from a number of other sources that maybe aren't just a romantic relationship. And by doing that, that puts you into the right energy to allow the right kind of love to come in, because then you're kind of in that space of knowing what you deserve, knowing what is right for you, knowing what you're aligned with. That's kind of what I'm getting. Okay, so let's have a look, pile number 3, to finish up, about your personal and spiritual development. Okay, so we have got yellow chakra angel, which is the solar plexus chakra. We've got card number 15 with happiness. Beautiful. Love to see this. Community. What was I just saying about community? Card number 7. Love this. We have got 5 of Pentacles, which came out in reverse. We've got Athena with strategy, clarity, and intellect. Oops. Just move these over a bit. And we've got alliance. Ooh. That is exciting. Okay, so pile 3, in terms of your personal and spiritual development, the blessings that are coming in is pretty much what it says on the 10 here with happiness. You are going to go through a period that is a lot happier now. I feel like you are going to find your inner happiness. You're going to be able to feel a lot happier in yourself. With that yellow chakra angel, it's like this, your solar plexus is going through a healing, so you're going to be able to like be a lot more confident in yourself. You're going to be able to like shine your light, be the soul of the party again, like find your inner happiness, your inner light, your like joie de vivre, your ability to kind of socialize. I see you getting back out into like activities that maybe you weren't doing so much before because of that like connection that you went through, or a difficult toxic time that you went through. You're now able to like, really sort of, you're connecting with your community, you're creating and growing your community. With that strategy, clarity, and intellect, I feel like you're maybe someone now who is able to share your wisdom, so with this community. So maybe if you've, you know, healed from that difficult time and you found your happiness, you've kind of worked out a way to do that, and you're able to like share that wisdom. You're able to impart that wisdom to people in your community. Or people, like maybe you've started your own channel or something like that. Maybe you've got a YouTube channel, you've got a YouTube community, and you're like sharing your wisdom about, like, you know, it could just be like healing stuff, or something around like living a happy life, or like, you know, whatever it might be. It could be something completely different. But I do feel like you are going through a period of not feeling so left out, or not feeling so isolated, not feeling so lonely, not feeling so like cut off from the rest of the world. You know, 5 of Pentacles can just be a real like scarcity mindset, a real lack mindset of like, you know, feeling really left out in the cold, feeling really sort of bereft and like forgotten, abandoned, that kind of energy. So maybe some of you went through that as a result of like, possibly if you were in that kind of relationship, you then might have gone through a period of feeling a little bit isolated, or feeling a little bit abandoned after that. Or maybe just generally speaking in your life, you've just struggled to kind of connect with the right community, to find your like soul tribe. But I feel like one of the blessings that is coming in is like that 5 of Pentacles energy is leaving your life. Like, you're letting go of that scarcity mindset, you're letting go of that loneliness. Maybe you've been going through a bit of a hermit stage, and now actually you're coming out into the light and like trying to join communities. Like, you might be joining different groups, different hobbies, trying different things, you know, coming out into the world, coming out into the sun, you know, like trying different things to make you happy, connecting with different people, making alliances with different people as well. Like, you could be partnering up with different groups or different communities, something along those lines. But generally, this is in relation to your personal life. So I don't see this necessarily as like a business alliance, although it could be. But I think it's just more like you are finally like finding your tribe. You're finally finding the people that your soul feels in resonance with, that your soul has an alliance with, that maybe I don't know, you might have shared past lives with some of these people or something. You sort of feel like a sense of recognition when you meet them. But there's just this sense of like feeling like you've kind of come home, or feeling like you've kind of found your people. Like you found the people that get you. You found the people that can like, you can like share your wisdom with or something. If this is the case of like you're creating some kind of platform or something where you're sharing your wisdom, or you're creating your own community. But yeah, you're coming into some kind of alliance. Or this could be an Athena person who is going to come into your life. For some of you, if you're more at a sort of earlier stage of your healing or something, it could be that you're going to form some kind of alliance or some kind of connection or something with an Athena person who is very, you know, they could be like a psychotherapist or a counselor or something like that, or some kind of guide, and they help you find your happiness, and they help you find your clarity again, and become more clear on who you are. It's like they're able to share a lot of wisdom and be that energy for you. But for most of you, I feel like this is the energy that you're stepping into as opposed to a different person. But just for some of you, it could be that this is a person that's coming in for you. Okay, that's all I have for you for your personal and spiritual development. So I'm going to finish off your reading with a daily ritual card. So let's have a daily ritual for pile number 3. Can I have a daily ritual, please, Spirit, for pile 3? Yep, that one wanted to jump. Whoa, yes, strength. I love this. My strength shines through today. This is beautiful. Yeah, so I feel like maybe some of you definitely had your strength knocked by some kind of connection or some kind of family dynamic or something like that in the past, but you're really refinding your strength. It's really shining through. You're doing things that bring you a lot more happiness, that bring you a lot more inner strength again. You're finding your ability to shine your light again, and feeling a lot more confident to be who you really are, and kind of come out into the world a lot more. That is so beautiful. Okay, my lovely pile 3s, I feel like that's all the messages I have for you today. Leave a comment below if this resonated. I would really love to hear from you. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the reading. It helps tell me what content is resonating for you guys at the moment. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already part of the community, and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I next upload a reading. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. All the best with your Lammas season, and I will see you in the next reading. All my love.